Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Deliberate. My name is Dennis Ngango, and in today's video, I'm going to be unpacking 3 things that I took away from today's devotion. Before we get into the video, may I submit for your consideration that maybe, just maybe, right now as a community, we are making history. Of course we are, in the sense that this is the first devotion that is on Deliberate, but I also do think that this devotion is going to change the trajectory of our lives, our families' lives, and definitely our relationship with God. We might not see the fruit in this season, but I definitely do think that it is coming. Isaiah 55 verse 11 emphasizes that the word he sent out for us will not return void, but it will accomplish everything that it was sent out to do. If you're looking forward to this video, please do make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if by any chance you are maybe a bit late to the party, everything that you need for this devotion is in the description box below. Without further ado, let's get into today's video. The first thing that stood out for me in today's devotion, which will be no surprise to many of you, is of course the word. I love the translation Pastor Rick Warren used in the devotion, which is the Today's English version, where it says in Luke 8 verse 15, "The weeds that fell in good soil stand for those who hear the message and retain it in a good and obedient heart, and they persist until they bear fruit." The reason why I enjoy this translation is because it mentions the word obedient. I really don't think that you're able to have good soil and prosper and have all these yards and yards of good harvest without being obedient. I know with myself personally, over the past couple of months, I've really battled with being obedient because I am the type, unfortunately, that always wants to be able to understand and know things before I get into the process. I've really learned over the past couple of weeks, especially through Deliberate, that a lot of the disciples, a lot of the people that we hear about throughout the Bible, they didn't really understand where they were going with God, but they gave him a chance. They decided to believe and trust. I won't lie, this is something that I'm still working on. However, I've learned that there won't be some perfect timing where you have all the understanding that you require to do what God needs you to do. All you can do is trust his character, look at his word, and if it aligns with what he's told you you need to do, then you go for it 100% with no regrets, knowing that God has already gone before you. The second thing that really stood out for me in today's devotion is when Pastor Rick Warren all of a Sunday flips the switch on the conversation that we've been having for the past 3 days. I'm not sure if I'm the only one, but he was explaining it in a way where a lot of us would think that he was explaining different types of people. However, we see in today's devotion that he flips it on us and he says basically that different types of grounds don't reflect different types of people, but different types of attitudes that we can even have throughout a day. After meditating on what Pastor Rick Warren had to say, I realized that I have these attitudes not only towards different parts of my day, but actually towards different parts of my life. I'm more receptive to hearing God maybe about what he has to say about my aspirations and my dreams compared to other areas and parts of my life. And that is where I need to sit tonight and really just soak in on what are the areas in my life right now where I'm resistant to hear from God, and what are the areas where it may be a bit shallow and I need to work on it a bit more, and where are the areas where I just see a lot of harvest and I see good soil. So yeah, point number 2 really hit home, and I have a lot of thinking to do. My third and final point wasn't necessarily something that Pastor Rick Warren shared, but a little bit of a Dennis Ngango remix. In the beginning of the devotion, we see how he uses one translation of Luke 18 verse 15. At the end, we see him use another. Both of these experiences are speaking about the same narrative. However, they end off with 2 similar but a little bit different ideas. Similar to that, I was wondering whether I am really focusing right now on all of the different translations God has for my current season. I say this because I feel like a lot of us get fixated on what we think the meaning of this season may be, and similar to the word there may be different ones that just end up with a whole lot of fruit. I'm not sure if that makes 100% sense. Of course, you know, it's a Dennis Ngango remix, my very first, if I say so myself. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on that and some of the ideas that you got from today's devotion. As you know, I am quite intrigued and interested to hear what you have to say. Thank you so much for watching day 4 of this devotion journey that we're on. Before leaving the video, please do make sure to give it a like if you enjoyed it. Make sure to share your thoughts in the comment section below, and please do make sure to subscribe if you'd like to get more of this type of content. My name is Dennis Ngango, and see you in tomorrow's video.